making their first appearance in the International Championship. David Edgerton, Mark Bailey, Jeremy Guscott and Simon Hodgkinson. Ireland had two new caps, Peter Russell, the 27-year-old Estonian's out half, and at tight head prop Gary Halpin. Des Fitzgerald, a specialist tight head, was selected at loose head, and Neil Francis came into the second row for the injured Donal Lenihan. Commentators Bill Beaumont and Bill McLaren.
A championship debut for French referee Patrick Robin, a 41-year-old psychologist from Agen, his fourth international, but his first championship match. And it's Ireland, through their new standoff, Peter Russell, who get the game going. Say the pitch in great condition, and there right away, great charge by Neil Francis, who came into the side for Lenihan. Russell's first pass hit the ground, and so it's a knock-on. David Edgerton, number 8, the big fellow, second from the back there. And Edgerton going on the peel, getting help from Skinner. Now it's Hill. Feed on there to Dooley. Winterbottom has it now, held by O'Hara. Referee pointing to remind the Irish players to stay onside. That's a good bit of refereeing. Hill hoists. Crossan is back. And Keith Crossan, who's very safe indeed under those little kicks probed into the corner.
But a good play by Richard Hill there, because he could see that it was a very static situation with the Irish backs up very tight indeed, so he did a very sensible thing there and putting the kick in the box.
Brian Moore using the middle. That was Dooley who got up. Now it's back to Hill, bouncing into his own man, but as he decided, accidentally offside. Edgerton is going to pick up or try to drive forward, drive over, but it's a penalty for deliberately collapsing against the Irish, a penalty to England.
I think Ireland are very lucky there not to get away with a penalty try, because certainly England were in the ascendancy in that scrum. They were driving them. It looked as though they would have gone over the line. And really, you see Willie Anderson there, I think he's got all sorts of problems in that front row for Ireland, because they're not getting any clean ball whatsoever at the moment from the scrum.
And so it's Simon Hodgkinson out there, and what a start he's had to his goal kicking for England. 35 points in 2 internationals so far. Hodgkinson then. Little chip. Flags are raised. First blood to Simon Hodgkinson and England. Great start for the lad in his first championship international. That's the score, and they've played about 16 minutes. So Ireland's throw in here. They've got Neil Francis at the front. Actually, they've got really 2 mid-line jumpers, Ireland, but Mannion's doing well at the tail for them. Hill, Winterbottom, Moore going on. Hill, Andrew, chance here, Carling, Guscott half through. Guscott well tackled by Mullen, on to Skinner, up to the Irish 22. England beginning to put together their forward driving and then their quick switches to their backs. And on that occasion, Guscott was almost through. Hill. Andrew switching. Ackford works it clear. Hill once again. Hill once more. Underwood is away. Good tackle by Crossan. The drive on by Probyn. First try of the match for Jeff Probyn, the prop forward. And his second try for England in a major international. And you felt really that it had to come. Here it goes. Underwood really made the dent. It was a scything run by him. Ahern couldn't hold him. Eventually Crossan got him. But just watch here, Probyn following up so fast for a prop forward. And a great try for him. They'll be delighted at Wasps with that one.
It's good advantage by the referee. You see Richard Hill gone, and as the ball goes loose, Rory Underwood picks it up, and great acceleration here, and also tremendous awareness by Jeff Probyn, because when you see Underwood put the ball back inside, it was a pretty difficult ball for Probyn to take here, but he picks it up extremely well. And there's been a lot of talk about the age of the England front row, but he'll be pretty delighted with that one with Jeff Probyn. Here you see Rory Underwood tries to float the ball out, but just look at the covering tackle by Keith Crossan. That this is defensive play right out the top draw there. The tremendous play by Crossan.
Russell, a great chance here. Out there to Crossan. Crossan caught by Underwood. Magnificent saving tackle. And the fall by Guscott to touch it down.
Really came from the loop between Russell and David Irwin, and a good pass, but look for Rory Underwood here. The Crossan's a quick lad, but Underwood's got the measuring all the way there, and almost wiped out the cameraman as well on the way there.
Dooley got fingers to that one. Yes, well, Philip Matthews seemed to throw the first punch, maybe held by the jersey, and retaliating. Winterbottom onto Moore. Moore the hooker. Onto Carling. Carling all the way into the 22. Underwood has it now. Magnificent covering tackle by Brendan Mullen on Carling. Hill.
I think there's a case there where the French referee could well have played a little bit of advantage, because England certainly had a fair overlap there, and I think they would have been far happier having the chance to run the ball rather than get the penalty. But good play there by Brian Moore, who's had a great game.
Andrew feeding on to Rendell. Dooley trying to repatriate. Brian Moore driving. They're only 2 meters short. On there to Edgerton. England have scored their second try of the match. David Edgerton of Bath scores his first try for England, and that surely is the clincher. Really, you felt that it had to come. It was again a lovely pass from his Bath clubmate. Notice the control he had, and on the line, of course, is behind the line. Edgerton, the try scorer, and getting a great ovation from the stand here as he walks back. His first try in a major international for England. Simon Hodgkinson just needs to keep his head still here. And he did. 5 points for Simon Hodgkinson in the game, 40 points altogether in 3 internationals, and England surely are now out of sight at 13 points to 0 with about 7 minutes to go. Ackford robs. Drive by Winterbottom. Andrew, Carling, Guscott again. Guscott the long one out to Underwood. Underwood going for the corner. Is it going to be a try? The referee is there. He'll have to ask his touch judge. The try has been awarded, and Rory Underwood has set a new English record. His 19th try for England, beating the record of the great Cyril Lowe, which has lasted since 1923.
Tremendous play really by Peter Winterbottom that gave the room here to Jeremy Guscott, and he timed his pass to perfection here. And it looks at one stage as though Keith Crossan's got a measure of Underwood, but he just pins his ears back and goes straight towards the touchline. And just when he gets there, a great dive here just to put himself in, and outstanding try there by Underwood.
It was Jeremy Guscott really who opened the door, and then the beautifully flicked pass. And Underwood had still an awful lot to do, but he is very quick. He's the quickest in the whole English squad. Crossan made a good effort, but Underwood, well, his feet were up in the air. They were over the line, but as long as they don't touch the line or beyond it, he's all right. And so it was a good try. And so England are out of sight. 17 points to 0 they lead. They've just about 3 minutes of the match left. Hill once more to probe in this time. Ireland didn't seem to me to be back 10 metres. England rolling again to Edgerton. In goes Paul Rendell. I think he wants a try to make up for the one Jeff Probyn scored. The two Wasps brought forward. Rendell, number 1, pulling an arm away to try and clear the ball. Look at the hands on it down there. I think Mark Bailey's gone in as well. Andrew. Mickey Skinner coming in once more. But Skinner penalised for holding onto the ball after the tackle. And it'll be interesting to see what Ireland do here. Oh, they're going to tap and run it. Good for them, Willie Anderson. Back again to Ahern. O'Hara drives to his own 22. Ahern waits. Mullin. This is Kiernan. On to Mannion. Matthews helping. Great chance here for England as Carling goes. Let a bit of mazy running. Guscott is through. Guscott with his pace. He's going to make it. Another lovely try for England. Jeremy Guscott scores his 5th try for his country in his 3rd international. And that really does tie it up. 21 points to 0 England lead. And a magnificent try it was.
Good work by Paul Atford here to win the ball. And notice how Will Carling inside then out, and it's really he that makes the try for Jerry Guscott, because as soon as Guscott gets it, he sees a huge gap there and nobody's going to catch this lad. And what a great way to cap your first game in the Five Nations Championship with that try.
Hodgkinson, yes, just squeezed in. Lovely kick. And so England have won it convincingly. The referee's whistle goes for the end of the match. 23 points to 0. 4 splendid tries in the second half. And I think, Bill, quite clearly England's forward supremacy telling in the end.
Yes, undoubtedly. The quality that they got was far better than Ireland. That Richard Hill used it well. And it was really once England had the confidence and really the Irish forwards, the legs had gone,